It's a dream chased by thousands of Brits each year.
It's a wonderful way of life.
Heading to Europe to set up new lives and businesses in the sun.
Get it!
They're seduced by gorgeous scenery.
It's a beautiful place to live, it really, really is.
Year-round sun and a better, cheaper way of life.
I wonder what the temperature is today.
But how easy is it to turn the dream into a reality?
This is like the final frontier.
In this series, we follow the expats as they say goodbye Blighty.
There's no reason for me to go back to the UK. I have nothing there.
And begin their new lives.
What could possibly go wrong now?
Setting up bars and restaurants in Spain.
I know, it ain't rocket science.
Sheets and B&Bs in France.
Voila!
When nothing is ever as simple as it sounds.
We're starting to get sleepless nights because you're starting to get worried.
It's great. What more could I want?
On today's show,
Benefits of life out here are, oh my goodness, 15-fold.
a new life in the sun for two Brits.
We're doing what we want. I'm living my dream.
But can they make their new business pay?
It's absolutely essential we have customers because there are no funds to get ourselves through the winter.
After a great opening night,
I'm very, very relieved that we have some money in the till.
can these great escapers keep the tills ringing?
I don't think it's easy to earn a living because a lot of people have tried it and failed.
And how will this new B&B'er
How long have we got to go before people get here?
cope with her biggest cooking challenge?
Idiot, 1 ounce of sugar and 2 ounces of sultanas.
Lot-et-Garonne. It's one of the most tranquil and unspoilt regions in southwest France. Property prices are around a quarter of what they are in London, and now Kim Butcher and Catherine Morgan are starting to reap the rewards after swapping the capital for this cheaper, more relaxed way of life. They paid €250,000 for this 4-bedroom farmhouse, from which they plan to run a bed and breakfast business.
I find living here, I'm permanently aware of what the weather's doing. I'm aware of the sunrise and the sunset and what the sky looks like and what's happening out in the garden. And, you know, as the fruits start to ripen on the trees, there's nothing so wonderful as picking plums off your own tree and making jam and things like that.
It's now June, and with work progressing on getting the B&B ready, Catherine is now turning her attention to the menu. She's hoping to offer evening meals, but she's discovered the full force of French bureaucracy.
Oh yes, the evening meal. Now that was a shock. I've got to tell them where I bought it from. I mean, this could get ridiculous. Where did the salt come from? Greece? Turkey? So I can just imagine my evening menu. You know, tomato soup, provenance, neighbour's garden. Some kind of fish, provenance, the sea, and the salad that goes with it, Castle Jolly Market. This is going to be really difficult to adhere to. I'll give it a shot. They'll all know where I've been shopping.
She's also had to register the B&B at the local mairie or town hall. Now all Catherine needs are some guests. As well as running a B&B, Catherine is turning a barn into a gîte. The plan is to open next year, but there's a huge amount to do. Now, a fortnight after Catherine moved here, Kim's back from London to check on the works.
It's 2 weeks since I've seen this, so there's quite a lot of progress that's happened. I wasn't expecting them to have done. Was the dividing wall up between the 2 rooms when you came before? It was going up, I think. They've done a lot more downstairs. I hadn't expected them to do any downstairs. Well, Ian's put a lot of the wiring in.
So far, the building work is on schedule. The builders have finished the majority of the wiring and structural work, but still need to complete the electrics and plumbing before they can even think about decorating.
Apparently they don't plaster.
Who don't?
The French. So you paint directly onto the plasterboard.
Really?
Yeah. Kerry assures me that by the time you've put 10 coats of paint on it, it looks fine.
10 coats? Really?
There's still a lot to do. But at least Kim has noticed a difference.
It's exciting to come and see the progress. It feels like it's actually happening.
Kim and Catherine have never run a B&B before. Catherine knows they desperately need experience, so she's arranged a party to put them through their paces as hosts. and they want their new bed and breakfast to look perfect.
If I do half an hour of strimming, do you want me to do the side bits again, run over these again?
Yes, that'd be good, because if we can make the front look nice, we can worry about the rest of it later.
Okay.
It's good to have her back. It's a shame we've got quite a lot of getting ready things to do, because it means I'll end up in here doing some cooking and she'll end up outside doing the garden, but we'll have a party later on and get a chance to talk. What the heck have I done with the eggs?
Catherine wants to test out her skills as a cook as well as a host with an elaborate British tea party.
I did ask for people to call me on my French telephone number to let me know the number of invitations. Some people called me and said, could I call them back? And I called them back and I didn't really understand what they said, whether they were coming or not coming. So I don't know how many people I'm catering for. So I'm just going to do lots.
And there's one other problem with a British tea party.
The French don't drink tea with milk, no. I'm just hoping they're prepared to try. If they don't like it, we'll throw it away and we'll start again. OK, anemic-looking cheese straws and brown ones.
She's serving a British buffet, including traditional sausage rolls. At least that's what she hopes.
So, this is minced pork. Now, I don't really know what's in sausage meat other than pork, but I think, having read sausage wrappers, it's rusk. So I'm going to do a bit of an experiment and put oats in to take the place of the rusk. The thing is, if they've never had sausage rolls before, they won't know whether it's right or wrong. So it's hopefully a win-win situation. How long have we got to go before people get here? 2 hours? Last minute, Morgan. Idiot, 1 ounce of sugar and 2 ounces of sultanas. It's a pastry colour chart, look, from the sort of anemic to mahogany. Oh, they'll be edible. These might be dog food. That's enough, though. And with a bit of judicious scraping, we might be able to hide the worst of it. Or put them on the bottom. Those two, I'm not even going to feed it to the birds. I need that woman in off that machine. I'll just do half an hour of cutting, she said, about 3 hours ago. She's still out there, steaming up and down.
It's now late afternoon. The food is ready, but not one of the guests has turned up.
I hadn't really contemplated the fact that nobody might turn up. If the worst comes to the worst, we eat it all ourselves. Yep.
After all her kitchen nightmares, will more of Catherine's cooking end up in the bin? Andalusia in southern Spain. It's home to the country's second largest fishing fleet, bringing everything from freshly caught swordfish to sea bass directly to restaurant tables along the coast. And it's not just tourists who flock here for the food.
$9.50 for Pill.
Dundee chef Steve Hyatt and his wife Alison arrived in the pretty village of Mijas Costa in February and have just opened their seafood restaurant.
So we love Spain. You can go skiing, you can go sailing, you can go walking, you know, fishing, anything you like.
Sit on the beach on the Mediterranean Sea, it's all there, really.
And we just like the lifestyle that it promised, and so far is living up to it.
The Hyatts are following their dream to bring great quality cuisine to the Costa. On their opening night, they took €700 and served 23 customers. A great start for any new business.
My feet are sore. But I'm feeling very relieved that we have some money in the till.
Absolutely amazing. Definitely going to be coming back.
But they can't rest on their laurels, because in these parts, competition is fierce, and many businesses don't even survive their first season.
I don't think it's easy to earn a living, because a lot of people have tried it and failed. So it's not easy.
There's more failed restaurants on the Costa del Sol than anything else. Bars, restaurants, they come and go and just turn over and turn over.
Steve and Alison reckon they have a plan to keep regular customers coming back right through the summer and well into the winter.
We think that people think like we do. When you go out, you want something different, and that's what we're looking for. So we are trying to do something different, but it's an art, it's a business, and it's a science, and you're trying to get all those three right.
It's now May, 2 weeks after their opening night. And Steve's heading to Malaga's fish market for some inspiration to make his menu stand out.
Well, driving along this coast it's just super. You wake up to this in the morning. I mean, it's not even hot yet. I mean, it's 20 degrees now, and it's just nearly 8:30 in the morning. But it's a lovely drive, and as you drive around the bend here, and you see Francarola, Nospolotis, and it's the mountain. It's lovely. Far better than driving around Dundee, that's for sure.
For fish lovers like Steve, this part of Spain is an absolute dream. The markets sell a huge array of delicious, freshly caught fish and other Spanish delicacies. Steve is in his element.
Beautiful fresh snails. Caracoles, it's called here. Absolutely unbelievable. Normally at home you get them in tins. Little garlic butter. Pretty classical really, some brandy, garlic butter, a little bit of chopped parsley. Saute them off, absolutely lovely. I got some beautiful Galician oysters yesterday, absolutely superb, they really are. Hoping to get more today, but the guy's struggling getting them because we're coming up to a holiday period at the moment. Everybody's stocking up. And we're the new kids on the block, so to speak, so they've got to look after the people they've been dealing with for years.
Steve finally opts for some clams. But that's the easy part. Now he needs to find a dish that will please his customers. Observatory in southwest France. Officially recognised as one of the most beautiful villages in the whole of the country, it's been welcoming tourists and visitors for over 1,000 years. The area is famous for its meandering streets, traditional shops and village square cafes shaded by ancient lime trees.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And for former driving instructor Richard Hedditch Gray and his wife Carol, it's the perfect place to put down new roots.
France seemed ideal. Love the culture. They're very family orientated. They're very friendly. They take their time in life.
Richard and Carol have swapped a 9-to-5 life in Chelmsford for a new one 700 miles away.
The plan is to have a cheaper lifestyle, but unfortunately the wine isn't free, so we do need a bit of an income.
The vast majority of holidaymakers who come to France choose to go self-catering so they can immerse themselves in the French way of life. So Richard and Carol want a slice of this market.
We've invested everything we had.
We stretched ourselves for the location. We stretched ourselves for the property because we love the property so much.
They've paid just over €300,000, around £210,000 for this stunning former schoolhouse. It has 2 additional buildings and a pool. They aim to turn this into a complex of self-catering cottages.
Because we've ploughed everything into the business, it's absolutely essential we have customers this year because there are no funds for us to get ourselves through the winter.
But time is not on their side. It's now mid-June. Richard and Carol only moved here 4 weeks ago and need to be open in less than a month. All the rooms need decorating and furnishing, and the outside needs attention too. But the main priority is to get bookings, so job number 1 has to be to get photos of the property online.
Oh my God, you're cleaning.
With the inside still a shell, they've decided to showcase their most attractive asset, the pool area.
We've been on a very steep learning curve about swimming pools, how the filters work and trying to turn the right valves open and close so that you don't empty the pool down the drain.
Very, very costly mistake if we open valve number 4, because valve number 4 empties the pool.
5.
Number 5, sorry.
Once we've got the garden and the pool sorted, we will then get in there and decorate in first, before cleaning and then finally building the furniture.
It's been a hard afternoon. At least now they live in a perfect place to unwind.
It's amazing to own it. I can't believe I'm in it. It's lovely.
Wonder what the temperature is in Chocolate today.
Oh, probably about 11 degrees. I mean, obviously we have got a huge amount to do, but you have got to reward yourself with something like this.
But Richard and Carol know this is not a holiday. They need guests if this business is going to pay for itself.
We've now got a pretty good looking pool, pretty good looking garden. Just don't look at the house. The house we'll worry about tomorrow.
The property will now go online. Will this marketing campaign bring in the bookings that they need to keep the dream alive? In Observatory in the southwest of France, Richard and Carol are hard at work on their self-catering complex. Today, an electrician has arrived to wire up the cooker and check the rest of the electrics.
Getting a little bit nervous about how many hours it's been there. It's about 3 hours now. So we didn't have a quote, so we don't know how much.
With such a tight budget, every penny counts. So Richard's checking on progress, if his French is up to it.
Ça va?
Oui, mais on essaie de passer là à travers le mur. C'est pour traverser, arriver de l'autre côté.
Ah oui.
Bah, c'est le passage le plus difficile.
Care to translate, Richard?
I think he's saying that it's difficult
Voilà.
to get across the top of the doorway, to run the cable from one room to another, to get from the kitchen back to the electric board.
Tu l'entends pas du tout?
I think. Could be something completely different. He could be saying it's not difficult.
But there has been some good news about the business. Following their marketing campaign, Richard and Carol have just received their first booking. They now have only 3 weeks to be completely ready. Easier said than done for these DIY novices.
Expect this amount of work when buying the property at all. I didn't do DIY in England at all.
They may have escaped the UK, but there's no escape from the dreaded flat pack, French style.
Right, ready for battle.
Here is the map of how to put these beds together. I don't even know which way round it goes. It that way, or it could go that way, or it could go that way. My husband is probably the worst DIYer on the planet. In fact, he has really no DIY skills at all.
You're letting go then, are you? You're just making it up, aren't you?
Oh yeah, but I am right, look. That goes in there.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. So that's definitely right. Then you turn the whole bed over. I admit I'm a bit of a bull in a china shop. I like to get things done. I don't like waiting. I can't wait.
An hour in and only one bed is built.
Lunch is for wimps, as they say on Wall Street.
Let's see what falls off that was missing.
This is our job. Don't have to worry about going out to work, so if you have a bit of a frustrating day putting a bed together, it's not like going to work and putting money in other people's pockets. It's just a bit frustrating.
Finally, they're finished and can refuel.
So, do you think it was a good decision to buy this property that wasn't already Gite's and have to put all this effort and money in? What do you think?
You're asking me after the morning of building beds.
Yeah.
That went really badly.
Yeah. Did we make the right decision? I know my answer.
Long term, yes.
Would you change it?
No.
I wouldn't change it for the world. Decision's right.
With their first guests booked in, Richard and Carol now need to find out if their new business can fund this dream life. In Mijas Costa in southern Spain, Steve and Alison Hyatt are well on the way to making their dream a reality. After a great opening night, they're stopping at nothing in their quest to make the Blue Marlin the most talked about restaurant on the Costa.
It's quite a toughie to get one of these open. Just put a drop of water in there just to test it. Now, he now should be starting to pop open, you see. There he is. It's a huge clam, beautiful.
Steve's convinced that frequent changes to the menu will keep those all-important regulars coming back. So today, he's creating a new dish with a type of clam he's never cooked before.
So what I'm going to do, make a little, this is seaweed tartare, gherkins, capers, seaweed obviously, and some shallot. A simple garlic butter. Oh, there's the clams, and they're open. Look, they're ready. It's nice to have a little hot and cold dish, you see. And here we go, clam tartare.
But is this new dish good enough to add to the menu?
Well, here's the guinea pig. There you go. Let's try that, see what you think. It is a bit chewy, so you might have a bit of cutting to do.
Still a bit of grit in it.
Is there? I didn't get it all out then. Right, okay.
No. It's all right. It's not something I would...
No?
See, I would leave a bit, not like a scallop, but just soft and sweet. I think it's an interesting dish. I don't think it's something I would want to pay a lot of money for, though. I think it'd be nice in a cream sauce, as opposed to on the tartare.
Oh, well. I'll have to eat more myself. Yeah, back to the drawing board.
Steve can't afford to waste the clams, so he seeks advice from a Spanish chef next door, Silvio.
Just open,
Yeah,
zest a lemon.
that's it, yeah.
Nothing else. Concha fina is lovely.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There, 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 and there. All in one, lemon. And it's still alive.
Gracias.
You're more than welcome.
Gracias, Silvio. Gracias.
Steve simply can't wait to try it the Silvio way.
Concha fina, it's called. You eat them raw. Well, I don't know anybody that's selling them here.
Yeah.
So we'll put concha fina on and see what happens. Eh?
Oyster and contrafino. You could do a... give them a choice.
See, you've changed it again. That's why I married her, to test me food. So I thought, well, if she eats it first and she's still alive, I know it's going to be okay.
And I married him to test my patience. And he's lucky he's still alive.
The summer season is hotting up. It's now the Hyatt's big chance to show off their skills and try to make the Blue Marlin the most popular place in town. In Charente, in southwest France, Richard and Carol Hedditch-Gray are settling into their new life.
The benefits of life out here are, oh my goodness, 15-fold. The weather is amazing, the people are very welcoming. We have time together, we're doing what we want, I'm living my dream. It's a wonderful way of life.
They've spent the last month renovating their property into a self-catering holiday complex. They've made good progress, but some of the rooms still need furniture, and that all-important first booking is looming.
Less than 2 weeks, the guests arrive. So we've done all the painting, we've got the furniture built.
Kitchen's nearly done.
Eventually.
With work progressing, Carol and Richard can now turn their attention to furnishing the villas.
I'll lock up.
Got the keys?
Yep.
Richard and Carol have sunk all their savings into this venture.
Oh, you should have gone off there.
So anything they buy from now on will go on their credit card.
I'm uncomfortable at the lack of money we have left and the amount of cost we still have. We've got to buy all the contents, furnishings, everything. So that has really blown the budget.
We now have an enormous credit card bill and
Getting bigger.
And it's getting bigger, and we'll attend to it when the business is set up and running. And
oh, very well put, honey.
It's best just not to think about it.
That's Carol's approach.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's hope we get some goodies.
What about this? Where could this go?
Nah.
This one?
No.
This one?
No.
That could go above the fireplace, honey. Look.
Oh, that is awful. That's quite cute, isn't it? It'd be nice in the garden. C'est combien de prix, monsieur? €5. The gîtes are designed to accommodate children as well as their parents, so we're very keen to be able to provide activities for the children so the parents don't have to bring everything from their home. Merci. We want to offer 5-star customer service, whether it's what you look at, what you enjoy, what you experience.
Who's going to pick up the bag, then?
Not me.
A selection of toys, pictures, and a couple of new carpets have cost just over €50.
You'll have to sit with that on your lap, honey.
And Carol, at least, is confident they're finally on their way up.
We've received deposits in now and people are beginning to pay their first instalment of their payment, so money is beginning to come in gently. So it'll help us survive this summer and through the winter. And
Money's dripping in and flooding out.
It's a fortnight later. Despite long days of decorating, furnishing and planning, Richard and Carol are running late.
We've been running around getting ready for our guests' arrival.
First guests are due any time now.
These guests are old acquaintances of Carol, and she's hoping they'll spread the word back home.
They are a family that are known to me because the children used to attend my nursery. So very excited about seeing the children. Great marketing for us, and we're hoping that they're really going to enjoy it and take back some good news to all of the people back at home.
Spread the word.
And spread the word, yes. I feel really excited about seeing a family come and enjoy what we've dreamed about all these years.
After working around the clock, this 3-bed accommodation is on the brink of opening.
Every car that comes around the corner, I think, oh my God, it's them. Oh, I think that is them.
No, I know that car.
You sure?
Yeah, they live in Saruman.
Finally, the rooms are finished, and they even have time to sneak in a celebratory drink.
Cheers. Here's to our guests. We just sit and drink wine and wait. Nice to sit.
It's very nice to sit. It'd be nice to know it wasn't about to finish in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, it seems Richard may get his wish.
We have a message. Hi, Carol, we have no signal or internet, but we are 90 miles away. Say, sat-nav says 2 hours, see you soon.
But that's good anyway.
We can drink more wine.
In Andalusia, Steve and Alison Hyatt are doing everything they can to ensure their new restaurant stands out in a very crowded marketplace.
Trying to get out there, I mean, there's thousands of restaurants here, and it's trying to get your name out there.
Today, they have the chance to spread the word about the Blue Marlin. They've been invited to appear on a local TV chat show to talk about their new restaurant.
I'm just going to wear this wee shift dress because it's nice and cool and colourful. I usually wear a pair of white shorts underneath it, just in case you bend down the wrong way.
And Steve's had a haircut, especially for the occasion.
It doesn't look wild, and he didn't go for the number 3, which makes him look like a hooligan. It's because it's short at the back and short at the side, and you've still got your bouffon at the front.
Bouffon.
With his Arctic blonde hair. Because it's never grey.
The TV channel is specifically for the expat community on the Costa del Sol.
Now, foodies and wine lovers will especially like our guests today, Alison and Steve Hyatt. They're from the Blue Marlin Seafood and Wine Bar.
Steve and Alison want to promote their adventurous menu to the audience in the hope of building a regular client base to see them through the winter.
We've got lovely bang bang shrimp, that goes well. It's prawns and you coat it in corn flour and deep fry it.
This one looks interesting as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a twist, I suppose, on
the fish and chips, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's grey sole fillets and it's dipped in panko breadcrumbs, the Japanese breadcrumbs. And on the side there is some seaweed.
Everybody that comes in through the door has got a different expectation of you and your product. People are on holiday, so they tend to be happier and they're looking for some entertainment to be talked to and
something a bit different.
And you've got to interact with your customers.
Another reason we moved to this area.
Incidentally, how did you both meet?
Working, like a lot of people do.
We didn't like each other much at first. She was really bolshy, still is actually.
Yeah, but you know,
I know my place now.
Yeah, you know, she knows she's bolshy with care. Well, thank you very much, both of you, and all the best. And I'm sure we'll be speaking with you again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
It went extremely well.
Yeah, we thought it went well. Hopefully a few people will see it and down the come and it's worked for other people, so hopefully it works for us.
So now all Steve and Alison can do is wait and see if this publicity drive will make a difference to their fledgling business. Lot-et-Garonne in France, famed for producing some of the world's best and richest foods. And in the village of Laudet, Catherine and Kim are preparing their own gastronomic feast. An English tea party to test their skills as B&B hosts.
That's the savoury end, this is the sweet end. OK, I've got sweet here.
But it's an hour after their start time and no one has turned up.
I think nobody's coming. When I went to the party at the neighbours and I arrived what I thought was fashionably late, they were all there, assembled.
A few minutes later, though, Kim spots some locals.
Oh, there's someone coming, Catherine. I can't cope with somebody coming. I've got my head round. Nobody's turning up. Yeah, me too, but there's someone walking up the drive.
Today is really going to put Catherine and Kim to the test because all the guests are French.
You're going to make them ring the doorbell. Well, it looks a bit keen if I rush to the door and open it before they get there. Doesn't it? Oh, look. No. No. Eh, bonjour.
On est les premiers?
Oui, oui.
Ah!
Patricia, Jean-Michel. Bon, voilà, c'est Kim. Bonjour. Ah, bonjour. Un peu de français, elle apprend français.
It's not long before more guests arrive.
De la confiture, de la crème de pruneau, ce sont toutes des petites productions locales du Lot-et-Garonne à découvrir.
Ah,
voilà.
Super.
French fare, c'est fantastique. However, it seems the idea of traditional English tea is a little lost in translation.
Et à la mode anglaise, c'est-à-dire du thé.
C'est du thé à quoi?
C'est du thé à PG Tips.
Though Catherine can speak French, Kim can't and is feeling it.
We got horses down the valley. I just feel totally inadequate. Just to be able to converse in it the slightest way would be good. But you know, I've got some very, very basics, and I've got quite a lot of words in there. I just can't string them all together. I'm just following you around because I can't talk French. Ding, ding, ding. She's panicking, I can tell. Overwhelmed. Totally and utterly out of my depth.
But Kim is forced to face her fears.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello. C'est Kim?
Oui, bonjour.
Oui.
Patrick.
Patrick, bonjour.
J'ai déjà vu Catherine il y a quelque temps.
Ah, Catherine, dans
bonjour.
la...
Bonjour.
Veranda?
D'accord.
Yeah? Oui. Look. Kim is finding this a bit stressful. But if she just relax and listen, you don't have to be able to understand it. You don't have to talk. Pour célébrer Wimbledon ce week-end, j'ai fait les scones avec fraises et crème.
The sweet stuff's going down a treat. But Catherine's unusual sausage rolls appear to be a matter of taste.
I'm going to go round with a plate and encourage people to eat the sausage rolls. What's the matter? We've worked out what the mystery ingredient is yet. That's like porridge. It's not. Oh, well, works. Sort of. I think I prefer the English version.
It seems that Kim and Catherine have made a success of their first hosting experience.
It's very nice to meet the neighbours. It's ice-breaking, isn't it? And that's hard. It's ice-breaking and in another language.
Bye-bye!
When I went to the party at the neighbours, I thought I was late and committed some kind of social faux pas. Maybe they saw you turn up late and thought it was, in England, it was fashionable to turn up late, so they've come late to yours. Started a trend.
The test run may be over, but now there's a new concern. It's already July and they still don't have any B&B bookings.
We haven't won the lottery or anything, so we can't, you know, just holiday. So we need guests. They keep... Guests pay for me to have the privilege of living here. That's what they're for.
Can they drum up some interest, or will this summer season pass them by? In Charente, southwest France, Richard and Carol's first guests have finally arrived for a 5-day stay.
Hello!
How are you doing?
Really good, thank you. Oh, yeah.
They were customers at the nursery Carol used to run, and she can't wait to see the children.
Hello, you. Oh, hello, my darling. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. This is your bedroom. Look at this. What can you see on your bed? Bubbles. Bubbles. Ashley, what do you think?
Good.
You like it?
I love my bubbles.
You love your bubbles. Shall we show Mummy and Daddy their room?
This big enough.
Lovely.
Did you give Mummy something?
I've given Mummy roses. Do you know what, though? I didn't give Daddy anything. Daddy's got to look in the fridge for his present.
Daddy.
What do you think it might be?
Daddy bear.
I think you're right.
Yeah, look at that.
Here is a welcome pack for you.
Thank you very much.
So hopefully it will make your first night a little bit easier. I don't know whether you're going out for dinner, but there's a few goodies in there.
And it's not just the hospitality that's getting a good reaction.
Should we just live here? This is lovely.
It's really nice, isn't it, to see
It's
that
lovely.
reaction.
And to
Having
see it
put
so
in the hard
instantly,
work.
to see that instant reaction. What a lovely reward for all the hard work we've put in, and yeah, it feels great. Here we go, look. What's that?
Look at that.
It's for you.
That's amazing.
We will not need to go anywhere.
I want to get in there as soon as you want.
And you got all the space as well.
Yeah.
This place has certainly got the kids' seal of approval.
Is it nice and warm?
It's kind of in the middle. It's like not too cold, but it's not too hot. It's
And
like,
the sun will keep you warm.
yeah. This house must have cost a fortune.
Well, actually, Harrison, do you know what? In France, property isn't as expensive, so Mummy and Daddy's house probably costs more than this.
Really?
Yeah. So Mummy and Daddy
We
could
can
move
sell out.
here.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's gorgeous. It's got the rustic beauty of France, the architecture with the local stonework. It's just peaceful. It's lovely.
It's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Just perfect, peaceful, ideal for the kids. Just what we wanted.
They've seen the beautiful countryside, they've seen the architecture. And very interestingly, Richard straight away said, it's just peaceful, which is what we loved about France and particularly this area. So it's very interesting that they felt that immediately. The initial reaction they've given is absolutely wonderful because it was the impression we got when we visited the house. It was how we felt about the house and the area.
Holiday cottages like this live and die on the feedback they receive. Now Richard and Carol are counting on a good review to bring even more guests through their doors.
We're going to ask them for feedback. They say there's no bad feedback. You can use it, good or bad, but hopefully, obviously, good's better than...
As long as it's constructive.
Yeah.
In Mijas Costa, Steve and Alison are prepping for evening service, and following their TV appearance, the bookings have been flying in.
You've got to make sure that you're prepped up before the customer walks through the door. You know, you don't want to be doing these sort of tasks during service, because that means you're not out there giving them service. So we make sure we've got our butters made up, our bread is cut, do the lemons, make sure we've got ice, make sure all the tables are set with all the cutlery, etc. that they need.
Steve and Alison need to build a regular client base of Brits and Spaniards to give them the best chance of surviving the leaner winter months. So Steve's continuing to experiment with his menu. He's already added a dessert of chocolate ravioli. Tonight, he's trying out deep-fried ice cream.
Centre there. Fold him up there. I'm going to put this in here. It's nice and solid. Then we're going to cook it off. Go up there like that. Deep-fried ice cream.
It's now 7 o'clock and service is about to get underway.
Are we all set? Yes?
This is chopped ginger and lemongrass. Stir fry. Put that up.
Table of 2 and they're having tapas, but they want bread and butter as well. And your lobster. There we are.
Hola. I love it when we get the Spanish in. British restaurant never get Spanish people. We do.
They're loving it out there. All our customers are happy. That's what counts.
Good evening. How was everything?
Yeah, very nice indeed, thank you.
How did you enjoy the pasta?
Yeah, very nice. Really, really nice.
I'm a taxi driver. We all dress like this.
But tonight, it seems not everyone is satisfied.
Sweetheart, saying that this steak was tough. He's an old man, and he asked for a steak knife as well.
I know. That's not tough.
No, I don't think it was.
It's a bit tough. Every other steak's come off the same ribs. Nobody else enjoyed it.
Despite one complaint, it seems the rest of the customers have enjoyed their meals.
Couple that are at table 7 absolutely loved it. And they sent compliments to you because the food was fabulous.
And to top it all, Alison and Steve are celebrating after reaching number 2 on TripAdvisor for the area of Mijas Costa.
I'm amazed at how good our reviews are.
Yeah. Costa has a new jewel. Every legend starts somewhere.
Yeah.
We're reviewing the Blue Marlin.
It's amazing this.
For the next 20 years. That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
The best dish I've ever had.
I thought the food was very fresh and very tasty.
And we have a very good eat. It was excellent.
We got there quicker than we thought we were going to. We didn't think we'd get as far this quickly, quite frankly.
It's really nice getting comments that we have on TripAdvisor because it means that what we're doing people like here, you know, and if people don't like what you do, they're not going to come.
But despite such a great start, Steve and Alison still have a long way to go. They need to keep up the good work if they're to make enough money to survive the winter. Next time, the Blue Marlin hits a major problem.
Nightmare, absolute nightmare.
Will things ever be the same again?
And this is what's killing us at the moment, and it really is, things like this.
Pulling out all the stops for their biggest ever booking.
He hoovers everything. He's hoovered the bath today.
But will things go to plan for Richard and Carol?
When the doorbell rings, it's not normally good news.
And it's the end of the summer for these publicans.
We've come out here for a better way of life. And what can get more better than this?
But have they done enough to stay?
Let's just carry on and celebrate life.
Every year, thousands of Brits head to Europe for a dream new life.
I feel relaxed already.
And breathe.
But sunshine and scenery, and a great lifestyle need to be paid for.
We have to get going.
Because that's what we're here for, to run a B&B.
So to fund their fairy tale,
champagne tastes and lemonade money.
brave Brits are taking the plunge and going into business.
What could go wrong?
On this series, we follow those expats, setting up anything from bars and boat charters in Spain
Suddenly, all hell breaks loose.
to vineyards and B&Bs in France.
We're in trouble.
But will they flourish? Or will they fail?
We have no money. Oh, la la.
And can they really make a life in the sun pay?
If we don't give it a go now, there's always going to be that what if.
No pain, no gain.
On today's show,
This is really crucial. They've got to get this absolutely level.
an unusual B&B races towards opening day.
This could be a complete disaster.
But will its rookie owners complete the building work?
It's all trial and error, and of course there isn't a lot of room for error now.
It's a big day on the Costa Blanca as a couple work together at their bar for the very first time.
See, Steve and I worked together before and it didn't go so well. Well, we tended to argue quite a lot. Like, we'd be in the kitchen and be like, "Grr," and then we'd go out front and be like, hi, how are you?
And just 24 hours before its first guests arrive,
Some people like hair dryers, somewhere to hang your clothes up.
it's time for the finishing touches for this French B&B.
Sticky labels have been up for quite a long time, and none of it has really been done.
The Dordogne, the Valley of 1,000 Castles and one of the most beautiful areas of France. 3,500 square miles of stunning countryside, traditional chateaux and historic villages. It's no surprise that this is one of the most popular places tourists choose to visit and Brits choose to settle.
The size of this lemon elf is ridiculous. That's like someone who's given these plants magic potion.
Jo Gell and her partner Alice Barnett from London have moved to this complex of country houses just outside the town of Vertiac, where they are setting up a restaurant and B&B, and they're not missing the UK at all.
Don't miss getting on the tube. 1 hour each way to work with people staring at you and shoving you. Now, yeah, walking across the garden as a commute is lovely.
But we do go back to London, and it's really actually very nice to be able to dip in and then come back here.
Jo and Alice have just opened their new restaurant, À Table, to rave reviews.
Perfect.
Absolutely
One
wonderful.
of the best meals we've had since we've been in France, and we've been here a number of years.
Well, this is a little amuse-bouche.
Beautiful meal, most enjoyable. We will return. We do have word of mouth, and it's brilliant. I mean, we have a packed-out restaurant, you know, every time we open now, which is amazing.
People book without knowing what the menu is.
I never know what's going to be in season, and it's all it's locally sourced and it's organic.
And that's exciting.
And now, still revelling in their gastronomic success, they're hoping to make their B&B a hit too.
So this is our new B&B, or it will be, hopefully. We have 4 ensuite bedrooms. This is étoile, which means star. This one, it's the biggest king-size room, but Joe's mum said we're not allowed to call it kings because most of our customers are actually French and they have a really bad association with monarchy.
But whereas the couple have previous restaurant experience, this is totally uncharted territory.
There's quite a lot to do. We've never run a B&B before, so we are trying to kind of figure out how you do it. It can't be that hard.
Over the last month, Jo and Alice have concentrated on furnishing their restaurant, which means that work on the B&B is a bit behind schedule.
I've walked around and put some sticky labels on walls and furniture just to remind us of what we need to do. So yeah, we're missing the finessing of everything. We're missing mirrors, some people like hair dryers, somewhere to hang your clothes up, really.
With their first group booking in just 6 days' time,
Might need replacing a few of them.
they need to get painting, and fast.
Yeah, we fell a little bit behind with this room. And this is the last room to finish. So So it'll be wonderful when it's done.
So to give them the best chance of hitting their deadline, it's all hands on deck. Joe's hands, that is.
If I put a shelf up myself, I would never put one of my most precious objects on it because I just would think it would crash to the floor in a minute.
The paint is going on thick and fast, but with the guests only a few days away, have they got time to make this B&B into something really special?
We just need all of it to be ready as soon as possible. It's dragged on.
Charente in southwest France. This unspoilt and sparsely populated region is one of the quietest in France. The absence of light pollution from the big cities makes it the ideal place to enjoy nature and observe the night skies. And that's just what drew keen astronomer Andrew Davis and his wife Sue here. Sue and Andrew paid just €60,000, around £45,000 at the time, for this farmhouse and 2.5 acres of land just outside the town of Conflans. They hope to open an observatory with attached accommodation so stargazing tourists can also enjoy this peaceful part of the world.
That whole laid-back lifestyle is very much us. Here, it's the way everybody lives.
They've been working on the interior decoration as a team and now just have the bunk beds left to build.
Are you holding? So if I let go of this, it's not going to drop?
It depends on what the weight's like, your end.
It dropped. Up a bit. Stop. Down a bit. Stop.
I'm the project manager, without a doubt.
Definitely.
Project manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue tells me what to do, when to do it, and in what order. And I just go and do it. I tell you what, Lovey, these ain't going anywhere.
But if he likes to feel he's in charge, bless him, then I'm not going to argue with him. It makes him feel good about himself. Happier now that we've got that.
Well done. Let's get the first people in. When are they coming?
The centrepiece of their new venture will be a fully kitted out observatory. Before they can welcome paying guests, they need to finish the most important job of all, fitting the rolling roof. It's a very technical job, so Andrew's flown in his engineer friend Dave from England to help.
Because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm literally following Dave's advice. Thank God I've got Dave here.
Can I get this done for, well, before I go, really?
The measuring again, which is never a good thing if Andrew's in charge. But this is really crucial. They've got to get this absolutely level because the way the roof rolls. It's all trial and error, and of course there isn't a lot of room for error now at this stage.
Getting there, getting there. That's probably going to be my catchphrase. On my coffin I'll say, here lies the body of Andrew Davis. Getting there.
Dave's expert knowledge is key to fixing the roof, but he has a plane to catch in just 2 hours.
This is an 11 o'clock call.
You joking? Like that?
Yeah.
The rolling roof is designed to slide halfway back over the observatory to allow their guests to use the telescope in the open air. The other half will remain undercover, creating a warm environment to analyse computer data. It's a complicated build and the mechanism needs to be in place before Dave leaves.
He's not going back to the airport until we've done it, so he may miss his flight.
Fine, no problem.
This is your 12 o'clock warning.
We've got half an hour.
At last, a roll-on, roll-off roof.
Very pleased.
Everybody?
Well done, matey. Well done. I have a roof that moves.
That's your lot. Fine. That's it. That's your lot, boys.
And just in the nick of time, the mechanism's finished.
What do you think, Lovey?
That's wonderful. Massive step forward, and we can't thank you enough, really, for what you've put in, because I couldn't have done it with him.
It's been bloody hard work. Bloody hard work. But it's been fantastic to help these guys get to this stage.
It's a bit overwhelming that someone would give up their holiday, precious holiday days, to actually come and work so hard for us, and then to say afterwards that he really enjoyed it and he's loved being part of it.
They've got the passion and the desire to do it, so I think they'll make a good go of it.
But will Sue and Andrew be able to finish the tricky job now they're back on their own?
See you in a bit.
Spain. One of the most laid-back countries in Europe and the favourite destination for thousands of Brits looking for a new life abroad. Long lunches and even the traditional siesta are still the norm for many residents here, who take their time to really enjoy life in the sun. Steve Stallion, his fiancée Kelly and mother-in-law Gail have been living in the town of Javier for 5 months now, and they're running a large bar called Gecko.
Like, I do sit here now and I think, wow, how lucky are we to live here?
But
and that's nice, and I appreciate, and you feel like you've got a good life.
It's the peak of the summer season. With tourists flooding the Javier seafront, the Stallions hope they can cash in on this. But they're one man down. Gail has been bedridden for 4 days due to a bad back.
It's like somebody's got a poker and they're poking me in the back. I've had back problems all my life. It's just that I've never had it so intensified.
And it's hard because obviously there's so few of us to work at the bar. I mean, I could go in, but I can't leave Mum now. So like before I couldn't leave Millie, now I can't leave Mum, so I can't go in and help Steve at the bar. Push.
1, 2, 3. Enough?
But just a couple of weeks later, there's good news. Gail is finally out and about, and she's visiting English expat and massage practitioner Amanda.
Gail couldn't move, she couldn't get out of the bed actually. She was a lot of inflammation in the kind of sciatic area, so we just cooled it down and we just calmed her down. So today we're just going to do a relaxing massage and just work on just keep that body in balance.
Amanda, originally from London, has been in Javier for 10 years.
Focus on that breathing, relax, enjoy, all is well.
While Gail is slowly drifting away, for Steve and Kelly, it's going to be a very big day.
You reckon we'll be busy?
I've no idea. I mean, the sun's coming back out again, so like last week when we got here, it was people waiting already, weren't they?
They've managed to get their daughter Millie into summer school, so today will be Kelly's first day working in the family bar.
Steve and I worked together before and it didn't go so well. And we tended to argue quite a lot. Like we'd be in the kitchen and be like, and then we'd go out front and be like, hi, how are you?
The first clients of the day have arrived and ordered 2 mojito cocktails.
2 lime wedges, yeah?
Yes, sir.
It's a tall order for Kelly, who's used to being her own boss.
If your hands are clean, use your hands.
My hands are clean, but it's okay. 12 mint leaves, I know that.
At least there's expert help at hand. Partner Steve has been running bars in the UK for 14 years.
When you get your small handful of mints, what you do is you just give it a couple of smacks and it gets all the aromas and the flavours like moving in the drink.
Steve can be very particular about certain things, so sometimes we used to take the out of him. But it's just because we love him.
Stop trying to wind me up. Well, look, we might as well have blended that. Because you don't have to kill it, you've actually smashed that one to pieces.
I haven't smashed it, it looks deliciously well mixed.
Are you watching? Don't walk away. Oh, no, I don't like them. They're not working for me. They were just too short, I'm sorry. There you go.
So refreshing. Honestly, I used to hate mojitos, now they're one of my favourites.
Time to serve Kelly's first cocktail. Will it pass these customers' taste test? Phew. 2 satisfied customers, and 2 more have arrived. Kelly's on a roll.
Steve?
Yes, my baby.
How much is a pint of Australia?
$2.75. She's very good at what she does, and I think because she hadn't done it for so long, her confidence has dropped. But there was no need for it to have dropped because she is so natural at it.
Are you two keeping well? Good. That's good. It feels really good to be back. And having a little job and, being busy. I like it a lot, yeah.
While Kelly's getting to grips with her new job, Gecko still has work to do. It's one of the biggest bars in the area and it takes a lot of filling.
Everything's an unknown still, do you know what I mean? The business is picking up and good, but to be completely honest with you now, I thought we were going to be busier than what we are.
A half-empty bar in peak season is a worry for the Stallion family. And although for the moment Gail's mind is on other things...
It's quite nice, stop thinking.
The big question now is, can the Stallion family drum up even more customers and improve their takings before the season ends?
Yes, good. Ready for work. Is my hair all right? I forgot
In Charente in southwest France, keen astronomer Andrew and his wife Sue are racing to finish the centrepiece of their new stargazing B&B business, the Observatory. Andrew drafted in his engineer friend Dave from England to help with the tricky task of creating a rolling roof. But now Dave has had to return to the UK, so Andrew and Sue will have to finish the job on their own.
I'm putting me roof tiles on.
The observatory has been varnished, but the roof cladding still needs to be done.
Hey, I tell you what.
What?
It's a nice view from up here.
Is it?
Can you pass me a standy-up one? It's very satisfying watching a roof come together.
See if the joins line up on either side.
It doesn't matter whether they do or not. I'm not taking them off. The error's with the French measuring system.
After just a couple more minor mishaps...
This could be a complete disaster.
I can't see where the A-frame is. It's missed altogether. I don't think this is going to be very watertight.
The roof is finally on. But will the mechanism still work with the extra weight?
So this is it, the first roll. And if we can't move it, we're in big trouble.
If this doesn't work, we'll probably drink about 2 or 3 bottles of wine, I think. In fact, that bit's not on straight. This frame has moved slightly.
Luckily, it doesn't take long for Andrew to get things back on track.
Well done, my darling. Well done. Congratulations.
Don't push me. Pleased, pleased, pleased. Happy bunny, smiley face.
But he knows there's still lots to do. The floor needs to be laid and the accommodation finished.
I do get worried sometimes. You wake up on a morning and think, oh my gosh, we've got all that work still left to do. But why would you want to give all this up? All this land, wonderful climate, beautiful town, clear skies.
In a small hamlet near Vertillac in the French Dordogne, partners Joe and Alice are a day away from their first group booking. They've completed the main building and decoration work and are now ready to welcome their guests.
I'm really nervous about running a B&B because I've never done it before. Joe just keeps mentioning Fawlty Towers and, who knows?
The rooms are still missing quite a few finishing touches. So today, Alice and Joe's mum, Tanya, are heading to the local brocante.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
To pick up some stylish accessories.
It is proper Aladdin's cave in here, isn't it? That's absolutely gorgeous. That's very cute.
Oh, look.
That's
nice
cute.
for keys.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is an objet. Are those actual hooves? Would you hang off those? Your big fur coat. Look at that! That's great. Oh my God, that reminds me of being at school. Definitely buying that. And 150 for this, wasn't it? So brilliant. I'm definitely having both of those.
So at least they've got the furniture. Now they need to put everything into place.
And they've got 4 motorbikes. The neighbours are gonna love us. On the menu today, we have trouble with the neighbours, room not ready. Yeah.
It's the day of the arrival of their first B&B guests and their bikes. They're due early evening, but Joe and Alice still need to install all the shelves.
No one will ever know.
So far, so good.
If everything is slightly off, it's part of the charm. You don't want anything to be like equal because that would spoil it, I think.
I don't think that would be shabby French chic.
Yeah, no, we're going for shabby chic here, so everything needs to be on a slight angle. That's the way I want it to be. Don't tell anyone any different because that's the way I want it to be.
By 2 o'clock, the rooms are fully furnished.
Look, okay. That is so comfortable.
But they still need to clean up dirt
We've got 4 hours to sort out 3 rooms.
and make the beds.
This isn't bad considering the state it was in this morning.
Finally, with just an hour to spare, the king, 2 doubles and a twin room are ready.
Right, 2 bikers in here tonight.
2 little thin ones.
Hope so, yeah.
So that big, they won't
comfy. They're going to be lying there like Eric and Ernie, aren't they?
Toilet seat down or what?
Toilet seat down.
It's been a hard slog, but Joe and Alice have pulled it off.
There's hot water, there's a clean shower, beautiful comfy beds.
There is hot water, right?
With the guests due any moment, all Joe and Alice can do now is wait.
You ready? You sure you're ready? Okay. Wow, nice one.
But as time ticks on, there's no sign of their first guests.
What time do we wait up for them? I mean...
That's another good question as well. We have no idea. We've never done it before. It's so different from the restaurant when you know that people are coming because they book at a certain time. When people book into the bed and breakfast, you haven't got a clue, have you?
We're not very good at it yet, are we?
No.
I mean, it's 9 o'clock now. Way past my bedtime.
With no news from the guests, Joe and Alice decide to turn in. Has their last-minute dash to the finish all been for nothing? Just outside Conflon, astronomer Andrew and his wife Sue have been working on their new B&B with a difference.
I think we're actually waking up in the morning thinking, right, come on, let's get on and let's get this done. And it is a nice challenge. It's a great challenge to have.
We bought this as our forever home. We have no intentions of going back to the UK.
They're hoping to attract tourists to a region with no light pollution to gaze at the night skies from their specially built observatory. They need to open in November, when the stars are at their brightest. But with just a few weeks to go, they're getting concerned about the lack of bookings.
Everyone's saying they're all raving about it. Hundreds of likes on the different postings and people commenting, and you just think, well, book it then. Put me out of misery.
And before customers do finally arrive, there's another small problem to address. Sue hasn't yet driven in France, but will need to step up to help Andrew with airport pickups. Time for a driving lesson.
I don't like it, never liked driving. I've never driven outside the UK. So we're going to start off gently. We've got a great big field, so I'm just going to get used to the left-hand drive, all the gear stick and everything on the other side, and get used to the van, have a little go of driving the van. We're only in the field. I can't really kill anybody.
But it seems the dogs are keeping out of the way just in case.
And what's reverse? Push down?
Lift that up.
Lift up?
Yeah.
So is that in first then, don't you?
Yeah.
First. Probably not really. Are we down a dip?
Could be, yeah. The handbrake might not be off.
I don't really get the chance to to do the gears, will I? Perhaps I'll get a taste for rallying now, going around the field, and I'll decide to take that up as a sport. Yeah. It possibly is harder driving a right-hand drive on the wrong side of the road, because that way your brain is having to process it, isn't it? That
It's really difficult for overtaking as well, because you can't see out.
It's not really relevant. I won't be overtaking anymore.
I'll tell you what I did notice though. We both put our seatbelts on.
Am I ready for my advanced driver's course?
You are ready for your advanced driver's course now. Well done.
Next step.
Airport.
Le Mans.
With a driving lesson under her belt, it's time to think again about how they might attract customers to their fledgling business. So they've decided to take action and drum up some community support.
Tomorrow, we've been here 3 months to the day and we've got an open evening for local people. We've got the mayor, the newspaper, the tourist office. We've invited various other people, really local people, to come up and see what we're doing.
This is an important event. Sue and Andrew hope that showing off their business to the locals will spread the word.
I probably need a cup of tea before I lift another one.
Look at that, made to measure.
And there's one guest they really need to impress, the Mayor of Conflans.
It's difficult to explain if you've never been to France before, but it is like The Godfather. It is, without him on board, you would struggle. Mind your back, Benj.
So Sue and Andrew are determined to show off their place at its best.
Unless you want whacking with the floorboard.
We have been really pushing to get the rooms done for this weekend. We made a clear decision that obviously we're not going to have the whole place done for tomorrow for the open evening. And actually it was more about showing people the stage that we're at and coming to see the observatory and having a look to understand what we're looking to do.
But Sue is concerned that Andrew may be doing too much.
Are you at a point where you can stop soon?
Give me half an hour.
Right, no more then. OK.
Yeah.
OK. And we'll go and do the sunset with a beer. It's going to be a good one.
So it'll be another early start tomorrow to complete the work in time for their VIP guests.
Shattered. Absolutely. Cream crackered.
In Javier, eastern Spain, it's the peak of the tourist season.
I am melting. It's absolutely roasting.
At the Gecko Bar and Grill, there's good news. Gail's bad back has finally improved enough for her to start work again.
Rosado, what you want? Agua con gas. Con gas, water. I'll let you deal with the food side, darling. Here we are.
The Stallion family is counting on the summer season to bring in the majority of their yearly income. Gecko is the newest bar in town and there's been a steady stream of tourists checking it out.
And her very words were, it's beautiful. I think she was looking at you when she said that, but I was hoping she meant the bar.
A bit rough. A bit pretty rough.
But if the Stallions want to make a success of their new venture, they have to hit a pretty ambitious target.
I've got 3,000 rent to pay. We need to pay about 7,000 to just say, sweep our doors clean.
That means at least 70 customers through the door each day. The Stallions need to attract more people to the bar, and Gail's had a brainwave.
We are going to Total Radio to do a half-hour interview to talk about the Gecko Bar and what we're doing there.
Hello, good afternoon.
Gail's massage practitioner, Amanda, DJs on the Friday afternoon slot for this English-speaking station and has invited Gail to be on the programme.
How are you doing out there? Is it hot enough for you today?
Gail has never been on the radio before.
I'm fine, actually. I think the older you get, the less you worry. This is really it. Hollywood. Kenny said, on your own.
Yeah, time to get out, Gail.
Oh, is it that way? Sorry. I'm not used to this. It's like Heathrow. Where do I go? I'm not too close, am I?
No, the closer the better. But exactly. Give it a big snog.
The station broadcasts to a 180-kilometre wide area, so it's a great opportunity to sell the bar.
So we've got the lovely Gail Lives in the studio today, and she's going to be talking about her new adventure, really.
Yes, I have come over to Spain to open a beautiful bar called the Gecko Bar and Grill.
Oh, that's a good name. How did you come up with that name?
The gecko is because I come from Africa and I had a little squash gecko in my cabinet back in Africa and I framed it and I have it on my wall.
As in an actual squashed gecko?
Yes, perfectly formed, a little baby one.
Oh, very cute.
It's an interesting approach to marketing.
Have you got anything special going on? Anything you want to share with us?
We play a lot of music up there. It's lovely. We, as I say, would like to get somebody or people who are interested in playing music, live music. I even quite fancy somebody brought up to me a comedy evening.
That would be a good idea.
That's cool. There's nobody else that I know in
No,
this
no,
area.
not at all.
I think a comedy night would be fantastic because everybody likes a little bit of a laugh. So get in touch, give them a call, go up there, guys. They're really lovely, they're very friendly.
Just come and join us at the Gecko Bar and Grill.
Gail hopes to attract not just customers, but also acts and musicians to Gecko. Will her broadcasting debut be a turning point?
I've really enjoyed that. Our first time on the radio. People aren't aware of how much we've done. And I mean, even they now think, let's come and have a look.
It's early morning at Joe and Alice's new B&B in France. And after a long wait, their first paying guest did finally show up.
Our bikers finally turned up at about just before midnight last night, which is great. I don't know if the neighbours were too thrilled.
It turns out the bikers are celebrities in their native country, looking to be away from the limelight, so Joe and Alice's remote hideaway gets the thumbs up.
And it was only so late when I said, do you actually want to see where your rooms are? Here you go, there's a key. And they loved it. They had a really good time.
All the effort of yesterday, when it turns out those people have an amazing time and they say to you, thank you so much, and you know, kiss you on the way out, and you know that you've made them feel at home. Every milestone we're reaching at the moment is another little triumph.
So when people go and stay in the rooms, we want them to go away thinking, wow, what a little treasure we just found.
The guests have now checked out, so Joe and Alice are keen to see how their once immaculate rooms have been left.
When we put this shelf up yesterday, I never thought it'd be used for a towel. But that's okay. I thought it'd be used for a book.
The bikers proved to be the perfect guests, but after dealing with a tricky arrival, these novice B&Bers are left wondering whether they need a policy for future departures.
What happens if everything's broken? Like if they smash pictures and the wall?
And then we come and check the rooms after they check out and everything's broken. Then what do you do? I don't know, sit and rest.
Yeah, but they've gone.
And Alice reckons she has a cunning plan.
So literally as they're checking out, we go, 1 second, customer, lovely guest.
We're just going to nip up and see if you've teethed anything.
All in all, a successful stay, but there are plenty more challenges still to come.
That was our first group booking. Our biggest worry now is what happens when we have a group booking followed by another one, and also a restaurant service, because we haven't done that yet, and that is going to be that's my real fear now, I think.
They don't have a long wait. It's the height of the summer season, and Joe and Alice are about to find out if they have what it takes to be B&B hosts and run a restaurant.
This weekend's like a massive weekend for us. It's our first big weekend with our changeovers and all that kind of stuff.
Tonight there's a dinner service already in full swing, with plenty of regulars returning to the restaurant à table.
Nice to see you. How are you?
Ages. I'm very well. Yes. So happy to see you.
It's been a mad day. Like I said, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I went to the cash and carry. So tonight we're cooking for 40.
Add into the mix a fully booked B&B and Sunday lunch tomorrow, Joe and Alice certainly have their work cut out.
Everyone's ordered hot breakfast tomorrow, which is great for me in the kitchen because we've also got to do Sunday lunch. You're all right to start at 9, right?
It seems so mad that we've got quite a small restaurant and quite a small B&B, but my goodness, the hours you have to put in to do it.
It is extremely stressful.
Tonight, Jo is going all out on her menu with a choice of fish or veal, along with assorted sides. She's also making a special seaside-themed dessert.
It's like my childhood from the beach. So we have some jelly that looks like the sea, made with blue bowls. We've got a fudge and pralines edible sand. What else we got? Oh, mini milks. I like mini milks.
And her kitchen is a hive of activity.
I'm mad. Mad, I tell you. My fish is ready and my sauce is ready. My warm salad's ready. Okay, so am I good to go on fish? I'm going to take 2 of these through.
It's turning into a knockout night with the food and Alice's hospitality going down a storm.
Oh, I need you two lovelies. I look like a right strap bag.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Fromage!
But as the night goes on, Alice is coming face to face with the realities of life running a restaurant with rooms above.
Right now we have somebody in the room with a baby. So I'm not going to wash up my stuff right now because that would wake them up. So you kind of go, OK, you do that, you do that, you do that. But let's do it really quietly.
It's been a successful service in the restaurant, but will a B&B full of guests bring more headaches in the morning? In Conflans, it's a big day for Sue and Andrew. They're finally launching their observatory and B&B so that tourists can enjoy the area's beautiful night skies. Today, they've invited members of the local community for a preview.
So for the tourist board and the mayor's office and that, for them to know what we've got here, it means the more people know that, the more chance we've got of increasing bookings.
After 3 months, the accommodation has taken shape. Now Sue and Andrew need to get their heads round being the hosts with the most.
We have no idea how many people are coming. We've issued invites to the mayor's office and the tourist board and the local paper and everything, so we don't actually know who's coming.
Could be 2, it could be 22.
Yeah.
Sue and Andrew need to impress this crowd today. Though the farm is not as tidy as they'd hoped, they are hoping their hand-built observatory will really win them over.
All we need now is a clear sky and some punters. No, that is the telescope.
People are due to come from 5. I wish I'd said 6 now. It's a shame that we didn't make it a bit later.
Look at this. I've got an observatory with a telescope in it. I am chuffed to bits. Absolutely chuffed to bits.
It's now 5 o'clock and time to get ready to welcome the observatory's very first visitors.
But, I mean, glamming up is not my thing at all, really, these days. I don't really do glamming. I'm certainly cleaner than I have been, so...
But just as guests begin to arrive... Hello, Sadie. So does a digger, being dropped off to begin work on installing the septic tank next week. And just after it's been unloaded... disaster strikes.
They've taken the phone line out, which means we've got no internet, telephone or anything, which isn't good. It's not good at all.
Without a phone line, it'll be impossible for Sue and Andrew to take any internet bookings. But for now, they have more pressing issues. More guests are arriving.
This is our mayor. This is our VIP guest. Très important.
No.
Oui, 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 oui. Andrew, I have customers for you. Monsieur le maire.
Et donc ça, comment ça se passe
Yeah, oui. Very good. It's aujourd'hui fini. Aujourd'hui fini. Oui. Là.
It's going well. The mayor is impressed by the telescope and other visitors are wowed by the transformation of this run-down farm.
Yeah, because last time I came, it was just...
This was a hovel. It was a hovel, wasn't it?
And in a real show of community spirit, one guest has even offered to go home to fetch his cherry picker to fix the telephone cable.
Oh, what a star.
Right, come and have a look at my observatory.
I'd love to see your observatory.
Mind your head when you get in.
People are now queuing to check out the observatory.
So that will give you an image of the moon 120 times greater than what you can see with the naked eye. Yeah. It's a special scope purely for looking at the sun. It's what they call a hydrogen alpha telescope.
Which is a great sign for the future of this business.
Everybody managed to have a look at the sun. The mayor was very impressed with that. He thought that was really good. It's a proud moment. I'm really pleased, really, really pleased.
Having had a quick look today, I think it's going to do well. I really want to see them do well. We'll support them. We'll send people out here.
And after a guided tour, the mayor is happy to welcome the new business into his town.
Ma première réaction, ça a été la surprise. Voilà, donc c'était vraiment la surprise parce qu'à Confolens, on n'est pas trop habitué à ça. J'ai tout de suite compris que c'était des gens qui avaient envie de proposer quelque chose de nouveau. Donc ouais, pour la ville, moi je trouvais que c'était intéressant. Je le donnerais, donc c'était parfait, quoi.
Voilà.
Merci.
Astral Farm, we love it here. We love it here. Use everyone. Oui.
Good luck for the future.
Merci. Thank you.
It's been a very long day.
Thank you for coming.
No, thank you.
Lovely to see you. No, you're welcome.
It's really interesting. Well, keep in touch. Keep coming up and seeing us.
But Andrew and Sue are delighted with the response they've had.
People are impressed and they think we're doing the right thing and they like what we've done, then...
I think the more people tell us that, the more convinced we are that we've done the right thing.
Everybody's planning on coming up tomorrow night to do some
I know,
observing.
and I wanted a night off.
I'm going to go to bed early. You can stand out there in the cold with them
Leave
all,
me to it.
with your new observatory.
Yeah.
This event has boosted Andrew and Sue's confidence. Now they're just hoping it won't be too long until they're welcoming some paying stargazers to their new business. Next time,
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering, don't panic!
a pair of Brits find themselves all at sea.
I've never been out in a boat when it's broke down, ever. Never.
But is the pressure of their new business getting too much?
2 Valium and a glass of white wine, please.
Could there be fireworks at Joe and Alice's restaurant and B&B?
We've never had a full hotel plus a full service before.
As they hit their busiest night yet.
I don't know how to do both.
And Gecko Bar drafts in some extra help.
Mandy is fun, energetic, fireball, opinionated little firecracker.
But are feathers about to be ruffled?
Could be the doghouse for when Stevie doesn't perform properly.